Hello everyone, let's continue our class of Eurocode 7. On chapter 9, Deep Foundation, we are still on the examples. We did another example last time. Today also we will do another example. Will be the third one and last one. Okay. So after this example, we will start doing maybe some comparison with Eurocode, first generation of Eurocode 7 and the second generation. Okay. So let's go. And this time we are going to see how to design pile foundation from soil parameters. Okay. Like from cohesion, friction angle, this kind of. Okay. The first one was from load test. Second one was from CPT. And the third one, this one is from soil parameters. Okay. So pile foundation design from soil parameters. So we will do this time driven pile. I think the two previous example we did the example on board piles. And this time we are going for driven pile in clay. Okay. So and we will use soil parameters. We will go for the three design approaches. Okay. And as these example were like in these countries, so we will try to use this national index. So the design approach 1, 2, 3, we will not have this kind of thing in the second generation of Eurocode. Okay. Maybe from the next video, we will start talking about that. So design situation, what do we have? So we have same, huh? I think this the characteristic permanent vertical load and the variable load, the value are same as the second example we did. I think it's similar. So we can see at the same time what will be the difference from designing pile from soil parameter and designing pile from CPT. Okay. But unfortunately here we will have some national index, Irish one and German one. Okay, maybe Irish mainly, national index. As you know, in Eurocode, the national index also matters. Yeah, but that's the first generation of Eurocode, huh? The second generation also, it matters, but maybe not that much. So the ground, we have maybe two soil layers, 3 meter of brown Dublin boulder clay, and we have a very deep, like a considerable layer of black Dublin boulder clay. So we will say brown and black clay. Okay. For the brown clay, it's 3 meters, and the black one, we have it like a very great depth. So we have also a number of SPT result, a large number of SPT result. As you know, in Eurocode, we don't have directly like we have some ways to obtain soil parameters from SPT result. Okay, and I think we did that in my class of foundation engineering chapter 2 site investigation, so you can go and check. So we have to use this kind of thing to obtain the soil parameter from SPT result. Okay, and the pile length, we will design pile length L, and this will be what we will investigate. Okay, so our task is to determine, to find out the pile length. Yeah, Okay, the geometry. So 0.45 meter in diameter. I think this was the same value in the example 2 we did. Okay. And the material property, this figure is showing us the SPT n value. Okay. And here we have the values, and this is depth. Okay. This doesn't mean the location of the test, right? It's just the value. And we have this part for the brown clay, and the second one, the black clay. Okay. So the value, okay, this is depth. It can see here that these are the SPT value in the brown clay. Okay. You can see SPT in the brown clay, and this in the black clay. Okay. So each point, each dot you see is like a SPT value. So the shaft resistance in this part in the brown clay will be ignored. Okay, we will neglect this part. It common in design. So because this part, this upper clay is like kind of weak. Okay, so we can ignore it. Consider only the friction from this part. It means from here to here, we will not consider. So we will be just focusing on determining, finding out the pile length in this clay, in the brown, in the black clay. Okay, and if we got that, we will just add up this 3 meters. Okay, you remember it is 3 meter. In the previous slide, we said that the brown clay has a thickness of 3 meters. And the average value, average end value. Okay, since we are ignoring the shaft resistance in the brown clay, we don't need to consider the end value in this clay. Okay, we will just consider in the end value in this one, in the black one. Okay, so the average, when you do normal average, you will get 57. Okay, the end value in the black clay, this one. Okay, so if you take each dot here, the dot you are seeing here, you count them and get the average of this. It will be around 57. Yeah, but we will not consider that one. We will do the process average. Okay, as we did last time with the with the CPT result. So reducing it, see, the normal average is 57, but we will take 45. Okay, to make sure that we are on the safe side. So from now on, we will consider only this value for our design. Just from this, we can estimate the capacity, I mean the pile length we need with this diameter. Okay, with a diameter, with a pile of 0.45 meter as diameter, what pile length do we need to support the load, the actions, the load actions coming on the pile? Okay, so there is a possibility to obtain uh, this plasticity index of the clay. The plasticity index of this clay is given here like 14. Okay, you know what is plasticity index, I believe, in soil mechanics 1. Yeah, and this figure as a design chart is giving us the friction, shaft friction, only using the plasticity index. Okay, so if for our case, Okay, this is a given data, 14%. 14%, if you read it here, it will be around here. So you can read and find out the value of this friction. Okay. So by reading here, we can find around 6, 14. You can read the value is around 6. Okay. So F1 is 6. This is about friction. We are going to find the friction. Okay. So, and based on that, we can find the, how to say, the undrained shear strength of the soil. Okay. Sorry, I said this is friction, but it is like F1. It will allow us to get the undrained shear strength of the clay. Okay. Using this F multiplied by the n value. Remember the n value, we will take this one, the 45. We will get then the C undrained shear strength of the clay. Okay. So we have this for as a soil parameter. Okay. We will determine the capacity from this value, 270 kilopascal. So let's keep this here.